Get the microphone. There we go. All right. Well, who's ready to get emotionally hurt again, guys? This is probably not going to be an enjoyable one, but hey, we're here regardless, right? Let me just get one more thing figured out here, and then we can get rolling with the usual pregame shenanigans. Gotta like and retweet all the good Browns content because, they're pumping it out. I will say, the Browns Twitter admin the last couple years has been way better. I remember when the admin would just post stats and stuff. This admin legit posts memes. Like, wow, they legit upgraded. All right, so I'm going to pull up the inactive list as we are 10 or 15 minutes away from kickoff. You guys. All right, I think we are finally ready to go. I think. McCarthy on the call. Hey, yo. All right. What's going on, everybody? What, you thought I forgot the intro? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Browns live stream for you guys on another fabulous Sunday here in September. And we got a battle of 0-1 teams as the 0-1 Browns and face off against the 0-1 Ravens. The Ravens are, of course, holding their 30th anniversary celebration today of all days. That definitely stirred up a hornet's nest in Berea a little bit. You know, of course, Ravens representatives were saying, hey, man, we decided it was going to be week 2 before the schedule even came out. And of course, the NFL made it Browns Ravens because, of course. Now, looking at what happened last week, well, we all saw what the Browns did, right? They actually effectively shut down the Bengals offense. But our kicker couldn't do the one thing he's paid to do: make a freaking kick. Well, actually, he made one. He made one. But he couldn't make the extra point, and then for a game-winning field goal, missed it. And for some reason, the Browns figured, hey, you know what, we're good. We don't need to bring in competition. I swear to God, if he does it again, I need that dude fired, like canned, by the time this game's over with. On the other hand, the Ravens, they scored 40 points last week and lost 41-40 to Buffalo. So yeah, both teams suffered excruciatingly painful 1-point losses in different ways. They had a 15-point lead and like within 5 minutes to go in the game, and they blew it. It's tough. That's tough. They pulled the Browns. I was thinking about that. I was like, could definitely tell they still got that Browns DNA in them. I showed a stat during the preview video. They've blown like a dozen plus games, a dozen plus leads in the last like several years. It's insane. Like, I legit didn't think it was possible. All right, but yeah, what's up, Fox? What's going on, Skrills? Let's beat the spread. Hey, if we lose by less than 11, I'll be impressed. What's good, Skrills? Be squilly. I'll be right back, guys. Hey, oh, wait, what? Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. I've got Judkins to score his first touchdown for my bet today. I can see it. Now, looking at the inactives for today for the Browns, Shedeur Sanders is the emergency quarterback. Rocket Sanders. That's kind of funny. Both Sanderses inactive. Mike Hall Jr. still working his way back from offseason knee surgery. Zach Zinter and Jack Conklin. Apparently, he had more than just a poked eye. I think he hurt his shoulder or something. So I swear that dude is made of wet paper mache, dude. Can't freaking stay healthy. Now, of course, he'll be a free agent after this year. I could see the Browns using a top draft pick on a replacement. It's been good, but he can't freaking stay freaking healthy. That's the one gripe I have against him. But he can't stay healthy. And on the flip side for Baltimore, Jair Alexander, shockingly, is still out. He's inactive. Carson Vincent, Patrick Ricard, David Ojabo, Keaton Mitchell, and Isaiah Likely. That's it. And also Darius Washington, Emory Jones Jr., Adisa Isaac, Dayton Wade, Robert Longerbeam, and Bilal Kone are also all out. 4 of those guys are on IR. Now, one of those guys is slated to come back soon. That is Adisa Isaac. The other 3 are out for the year. All right. Okay, so we are just about ready for kickoff. Hopefully the Browns can keep this close. Not expecting a win. Just keep it close. I don't want us to get smoked. Beautiful day in Baltimore. Can't be mad about that. It's a beautiful day in Baltimore. The weather gods are blessing us with perfect weather. There's Joe Flacco. Won a Super Bowl with the Ravens, of course. Is this his first? Is this his first game in Baltimore since they let him go for Lamar? It is. I'm pretty sure it is. All right. Ravens win the toss and they would defer to the second half. I believe that would mean the Browns will start off with the ball. There's Lamar Jackson. I see quite a few Flacco jerseys. Yep. Browns will receive the start. Kick is away, and it'll bounce and be returned by the Browns to the 23-ish yard line. All right. Let's see what Joe Flacco can do here. If you want to have some fun in the chat, put down what you guys think will happen this drive. Are we going to go down and score? Are we going to do a typical Browns and turn it over? Are we going to do anything? 31 of 45, 290 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks. Both weren't really his fault last week. All right, here we go. Shotgun for Flacco. 1,761 pass yards, 12 touchdowns, 7 picks last season with Indy. 2 running backs in the backfield, it looks like. As Tillman motions to the bottom. Shotgun. Back to pass. Throws. Caught by Njoku. He'll get about 7. Okay, so they had Fennin in the backfield. It's 2 running backs. It was Fennin. He says touchdown. Okay, I'll take a touchdown right here. 2nd and 4. There's Cornelius Lucas starting at right tackle. Because Jack Conklin is, of course, like I said, made of paper mache. Shotgun. Is that Judkins next to him? I think that, yep, that is. Back to pass. Throws. There's Fennin. Had 7 targets last week. Flacco and Njoku touchdown, but Bum misses the extra. Put that in the universe, Fox. God. It's funny because last week I talked about how the Bermuda Triangle and at Huntington Bank Field, you know, the dog pound end zone, how it was the Bermuda Triangle. Where did that last kick go? Bermuda Triangle. Under center. Snap. Here's Judkins. And he goes nowhere. Okay. Yeah, the O-line. You got to block, buddy. It's O-line, dude. Man. Conklin and Luke, of course, Conklin's out because he, again, made it glass. Cornelius Lucas, 12th season, his 55th start. He was actually the first free agent we signed this year. Yeah, how about that? Wow. 66 sacks allowed last season, 31st in the NFL. Somehow not the worst. Under center. Snap. Play action. Dumps it off. Here's Sampson, and he gets blown up. Yeah, okay, guys, we're going backwards. Yep, this is a done drive. Great job, guys. Great defense. Yep. I like the play design, but nobody bothered to block. Hey, Ethan, you're way out of position, buddy. Ethan, I guess, was supposed to block the safety, but there was no blocking. So 3rd and 15. Oh, then Fort's in the backfield. But they were done using this loser. And back to pass. There's a flag. False start. And it's on DeJuan Jones. Oh, DeJuan, buddy. Backing up. Backing up. If Nickelodeon or Paramount wouldn't yell at me, I would seriously play that backing up clip from freaking SpongeBob. Just a sound clip. Backing up. Backing up. Backing up. Backing up. Stuck in reverse. Back to pass. And here's Jerome Ford. He get a decent amount of yards, but he's still about 6 or so shy of the first down. Browns fans are going to be, we're still using Ford? So here's Bjorquez. Back to punt it away. Snap. And there's the boot. Oh, that's a nice looking punt. Damn. And he'll fair catch it just around the 11-yard line. And now it's time for Lamar Jackson to come out and see what he can do. To be fair, I guess this offense isn't just going to be, sling it deep offense. Judkins will start today. This freaking organization is funny because they literally said, oh, yeah, we're not going to start. He's not going to start. And then he starts. Yeah, and this defense last week held the almighty Bengals offense to 7 yards in the second half. Which defense are we going to see, though? Are we going to see that defense? Or are we going to see the defense that couldn't stop the Bengals in the first half? Because people talk about the second half. If that Browns defense did what they did in the second half, in the first half, they don't even score. The defense, they allowed 7 yards in the second half. But if they did that kind of stuff in the first half, the Bengals wouldn't have even scored. Ford looks so sluggish. Yeah. He reminds me of a pickup truck with square wheels. Not really going anywhere. And yet they still use him. A lot. I get it, they got to work Judkins into the system a little bit because he had no training camp. But dude, I bet you if they do that dump off with Judkins, I bet you he probably takes that even more yards. Judkins starting after they said he was going to get backup reps is kind of funny. All right, defense, what you got for me? By the way, Rashard Higgins, former Browns receiver, he's now a fireman. Yeah. Hi. There's a look at the Chesapeake Bay, I believe. And there's Lamar Jackson. Last week, 14 of 19, 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. Had 70 rush yards and a touchdown as well. Of course, for the Browns, they got to contain him. But we have the one guy that could make Lamar think twice about running around, and that is Myles Garrett. Shotgun for Lamar. Running back to his left. That's Henry. Flowers motions. And he'll get about a yard. Devin Bush and Myles Garrett on the tackle. Myles Garrett, 5.5 sacks career-wise versus Lamar versus Ronnie Stanley. Those two know each other very well. Former gym for sluggish people. Oh my God. The coalition of sluggish people. Only NFL player with 14 plus sacks in 4 straight seasons for Myles. Shotgun for Lamar. Back to pass. They're going to run it again. Gets about a yard. Third down. Mason Graham, I believe, was on the stop there. Rookie out of from the team up north, of course. This is going to be a long game. Probably, yeah. I could see it. There's Jim Schwartz. 7. So it's a gain of 2. Come on, get off the field here, guys. Now it's up top against the right tackle. Bunch of receivers up top. Shotgun. Running back to his right. Back to pass. And he gets the first down. Delpit on the tackle for Wallace. Jackson already scored? How? How did they score? Imagine they took a kickoff to the crib. Oh my God. That's tough. There's Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator. Once upon a time, he was the Browns offensive coordinator. With Hugh Jackson, I believe it was. Or was it Freddie? I don't even remember. Flowers motions. Dumps it off. And there goes Flowers, gain of about 6. We've fallen for stupid. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're going to probably be able to stop the run. 6-0 New England, by the way. 7-0 Lions. Seahawks up 7-0 too. My God. Let's see. How did they score? Huh. 2nd and 3. Shotgun. Lamar. Gonna run it, and he gets blown up. Oh my God. Yeah, they are selling out to stop the run. I mean, how did they score? So 7-0, but there's no score. They don't have a scoring play. Nakua, 45-yard rushing touchdown for the Rams. Damn. Unless there was something like negated. Huh. 7. Come on, get off the field here. Flowers motions. Back to pass. He's going to throw it deep. Overthrows his man. Trying to go to Flowers. Just a little too far. And it'll be 4th down. All right, defense, you did your thing. You didn't allow an opening drive touchdown. Progress. That's so weird. It says 7-0 Jags, but I don't see how they scored. Go Hawks. All right, 4th and 7. Punts away. Stout got it away. And they're going to let it roll out of bounds. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, I see De'Ami Brown. No, that's not a touchdown. Score. Set 7-0. How did they score? That's so weird. Yeah, it says 7-0. But yet, how did they score? I don't get it. Did it glitch? It must have. Yeah, it must have glitched. Okay. Let's see. How did the Lions score? Wait, they have the ball. How are they already up 7-0 when they have the ball? Dude, ESPN is tripping right now. The only one that's legit is Puka Nacua getting the rushing touchdown for the Rams. That's the only one that's legit. Whoever's operating the scoreboard on ESPN is a little jumpy. This drive will be a Ford fumble. That would be the most classic Browns thing ever, especially if they're moving the ball down the field, right? If, Judkins and Sampson have a couple big plays and they're moving the ball effectively, eating up chunks of yardage, moving it down the field, they get in the Ravens territory, they bring in that loser Ford and he fumbles. At that point, I want him out of here. Like, cut him immediately. Trade him to Washington. I don't even care. See what we do on this drive. Ray Lewis doing his little dance in the one end zone, it looks like, before the game. Or maybe that was. Or was that Terrell Suggs? I can't even tell who that is. More than your average Joe. With Joe Flacco, 4-2, 26.5 points per game, 378 yards per game. Without, not very good. All right. 40-45 overall record. Tillman motions, hands it off. Here's Judkins. He'll get about 3, maybe 4. It's good to see Judkins out there. Finally signed his contract and got on the field for practice. Of course, the other rookies that we have, they've shown promise on offense. Fannin especially. So Judkins is still out there. Flacco under center. 2 receivers. Play action. Throws. Overthrows his man. I don't know who he was trying to go to. Was that Bond? Might have been Bond he was trying to go to. 3rd and 6. And I'm guessing this would be Ford. Rookies, you see Sampson. And then Fannin had really good games last week. Yep, of course Ford's out there. Swear to God. Shotgun for Flacco. Ford over to the right. To the left now. Snap. Back to pass. Throws. Dropped. This offense is a bunch of bums, dude. They ain't moving the ball. Like, they're just puppy ball. Dump off, dump off, dump off. And then, of course, these losers can't catch. It's going to be that kind of game. It's going to be that kind of game. And DeAndre Carter to the locker room with a red hat concussion protocol thing. So there goes our kick returner. How like did you get a concussion with not even returning the kick? Here's a return by the Ravens. Oh, tripped up. Yep. Good job, Bubba. Weak ass freaking special teams coach. That's LeJohntay Wester, the former Buffalo, Colorado Buffalo. Tripped up. Oh my god, this team is buns. I like Joe Flacco, but dude, this run game sucks. The offensive line is just not. It's better. Not like last year. They just can't open up any holes. Also, they had Isaiah Bond at punt returner last time. Jerry Jeudy pulled off a double move before the game, giving the Ravens double middle fingers in pregame intros. Damn. It's great. Double bird. Oh my god, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful, Jerry. That's great. We need the defense to get a turnover here, like in the worst way. Carter just left the medical tent and is headed to the locker room. Yeah, concussion. So much for Kevin Stefanski supposedly being an offensive mastermind. Well, Judkins has only had a few snaps, but he is the starter, which is interesting. Oh, I'm just waiting for Kevin to try to dig into his bag of tricks. You know it's going to happen, especially with this offense. If this offense can't figure out a way to move the ball, he'll dig into his bag of tricks. He'll find something in that bag of his. So Ravens get the ball back here after a nice return by LeJohntay Wester. There's Joe Flacco talking to the OC up top, Tommy Reese. Inside Browns territory after a good punt return. After the Browns once again couldn't move the ball to save their lives. Shotgun for Lamar. Henry to his left. And of course, bozos can't tackle. You know what kills me? They do a dump off pass. Ward comes in and he slips right off. These dudes can never do a tackle on first contact. They always get shaken off. Do they do drills to prevent that? Jacksonville up 7-0, but I don't know how they scored. ESPN's tripping out. This is where Baltimore's probably going to score here. Yeah. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Throws it to nobody. Overthrows this man again. That's Flowers again. 2nd down. Gotta make sure there's no flag. You know how these refs are. Buckeye fan. Yeah. 4 for 6 for 27 yards for Flacco. 3-0 Giants, by the way. 7-3 Seattle over Pittsburgh. Shotgun for Lamar. I need a strip sack. Or like something big. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to dump it off. Get him, Denzel. And he's going to get shook. He'll be right at the marker. Don't mark him a yard shy. I guess Jacksonville did score, but it doesn't say how. Penetration by the guys in the middle. But of course, there's nobody around to guard Flowers. All right, let's see if we can get a stop on this 3rd and 1. 19,917. Wow. And they'll get it. First down. Yep. Ravens are going to score this drive. Yep. Yep. Ravens are going to score this drive. You already know. I mean, come on. Let's be serious here. Blown assignment. Oh, yeah, from earlier. Yeah. James Hudson. God, I didn't even. Just going to slap him. My God. They really signed James Hudson over there in New York. Hands it off, and he gets eaten up. That's a loss of a couple. Isaiah McGuire. I almost want to say Elijah, but that's a former running back. That's Isaiah McGuire. D lineman out of Mizzou. So was this the 2nd year? 3rd year, I think, right around there. He's actually not too bad. I'm excited about Alex Wright, though. They got the backups in there, of course. Under center. Snap. Oh my God, dude. He gets a few extra yards. Had to dive for that ball, did Bateman. Derrick Henry coming in on pass pro. Yeah, dude, if Henry wasn't there, or if Henry had whiffed, McGuire would have had a free lane right to the quarterback. So Henry's out of the game for a break. Jackson in the gun. 3rd down and 7. Let's get off the field here. And he missed him. Incompletion trying to go to Bateman, and 4th down. This time, Newsom just did a little finger waggling. No. No stupid dancing. He's like, nuh-uh. So here's new kicker Tyler Loop. .43-yard attempt. Block it. Snap. Kick is up. And good. Okay, well, we held them to 3. After all that, they only get 3 points. Definitely not the worst case scenario. Lamar Jackson is missing some dudes, man. You gotta be able to take advantage of him missing these targets. Well, how about this? So we were expecting something like this, but in college football, UCLA has fired Deshaun Foster in his 2nd season after the 0-3 start. I figured they would, because they look like garbage. It's so funny, too, because if you watched Big Ten Media Days, I think it was last year, the dude went to the podium, and it's like, okay, maybe this is his first time talking to media. Probably didn't do it a whole lot in his playing career and as an assistant or whatever. Okay. This year, same thing. That dude cannot talk to the media. He has no media skills. Be right back, guys. Sorry, guys. I thought I heard a freaking vehicle pull in my driveway. No. The worst part about where my room is here, there's a lot of blind spots, and I can't really see like who if anyone pulls in. So I hear a vehicle come by, and I just assume if they pull in. All right. Yeah, we actually held him to 3 points. Yeah, we held him to 3 points. I'm not even mad about that. Most frustrating outcome for the Browns for the Browns season is that the defense is that legitimately very good, and it just doesn't matter because this offense is still very limited. It's better than last year, but and now kicks away and fair caught. Oh, there's a flag. False start. You don't see that too often on a kickoff. Dude was just a little too anxious, a little too ready to get going. So the Browns will have the ball at their own 40-yard line, I believe, to start this off. 12-0 New England. Wow. See if we could take advantage and maybe get down the field and get some points of our own. All right, shotgun for Flacco. Guys, stop! Keep. Oh, you gotta push the ball downfield, dude. We're never gonna get down the field doing this little dink and dunk crap. God. Dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. Push the ball down the field, bro. You afraid? Old man? Plays for negative yards. We have 2. I mean, he's taking the stuff, but like, there's no help around. There's no blocking. There's no open space. Back to pass. Dumps it off. Dropped. So offense has started. Hey, Tommy Reese. Tommy, Kevin, whoever's calling the offense, push the ball down the field. You're never going to get to freaking Ravens territory doing this crap. Dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. Especially when the Ravens defense doesn't even really have to move. They don't have to worry about going deep, spreading out. They can just crowd the line. Speaking of noodle arm, why are you still playing, Joe? Back to pass. Throws. And then he throws out of bounds. Oh my God. Joe, what happened? What's going on, Joe? Huh? Just not throw the ball? He throws it deep. Overthrown. He throws it short. Blown up. Oh, this offense is still ass, I see. Our receiving core isn't any good anyway, so they can't really get open. And the kick will go around the 20-yard line. You really can't move the damn ball on offense, man. Oh my God. Last week they moved it really well. Don't get Judkins and, don't do like dump off passes or. No, let's just throw it behind the line of scrimmage and overthrow our dudes. Yep. Is Joe Flacco like cooked or something? Probably. This offense is ass. I mean, last year, Deshaun Watson was a straight garbage. Flacco is just checkdowns and throwing out of bounds. That's what Joe does. Check down, check down, check down, check down. For the bounds, for the bounds. Overthrow, overthrow. Not even pushing the ball down the field. Tommy Reese, buddy. We thought Ken Dorsey was bad. Tommy, you're looking as bad as he is. Of course, Andrew Berry looked at our receiving quality in mid at best, so yeah, we like it. Oh, wow, Jalen Ramsey picked off Sam Darnold. That's tough. Oregon Shoe Duck uniforms has arrived, honoring the program's relationship with Phil Knight and Nike. Oh, wow. Okay. They look nice, though. So the Ravens will get it back. Defense has been doing nice, but they could only hold for so long. This offense is looking as putrid as it did last year. Of course. Offensive line and the receiving core ain't doing any favors. That's for sure. Wow. 41 touchdowns, 4 picks last season for Lamar. Jackson in the gun, running back to his left. I don't think that's not Henry. Back to pass. Coming, he's going to get sacked. That is Myles Garrett and Cam Thomas. Looks like there was a dual effort by those two. I don't know if they're going to give it to just one guy. I think it's going to be a half a sack for Myles and Thomas. They both got to him at the same time. So they get a half a sack apiece, I believe. It's 1st and 20 now. Snap. Oh, Garrett blew right up into that running back lane and loss of a yard or so. That was Garrett. They're 2 for 4 on 3rd down. We're 0 for 3. And now my thing's lagging. Oh, love. Okay, we're back. Oh, YouTube TV. Classic. All right. 3rd and 21. 21. If they give this up, bro, they need to evaluate this defensive mentality. Come on, get another big sack here. And there's Myles Garrett. Myles, can you resist jumping off sides for 1 minute? Offside. Myles, you what? He's here? How are you still jumping off sides? I understand if it was your first year, I'm ready. You're still falling for the hot, hot, hot. You're still falling for that garbage? Back to this garbage now. 3rd and 16. Back to pass. Dumps it off. And they'll get past the 20, but that's about it. That was, I think, Justice Hill? Couldn't see who that was. Number 43 with the short little run after the catch. But that's about it. Myles back with the after 1. Wow, that was a quick first quarter. Is it me? Or do these first quarters just fly by these days? 3-0 Ravens. Miles. Luckily, it didn't hurt us in the long run. But like the dude, come on, you're in like year 8 or 9. Like, stop jumping off sides. Come on. Defense is nice, but the offense is ass. Just like last year. Except last year, the defense was a little sus. Defense is carrying again. My guy Brad Stainbrook says, I haven't seen Browns Myles Garrett start a season like this before. Someone responded saying, what do you mean? He always starts the season on fire. Then around week 10, he burns out. We got to remember, what was it, last year around like middle of the season? He had that foot issue. Remember? He had something with his foot and he really couldn't do much, but he still played through it. Down 3-0 after 1. Top 3 defense, 32nd offense. Something like that, yeah. Yeah. Say that's about right. The defense is going to keep us in games, but the offense is just putrid. No creativity, and all Joe Flacco's doing is just checkdowns. It's easy for the defense to scheme for that because you don't even have to like worry about a deep ball. When he does throw deep, he overthrows his man. I need the defense to get a turnover or something, man. Because they're doing really well. I need the oh, there's Isaiah Bond back to receive the punt. I guess this is a good chance for him to maybe make some noise. Of course, DeAndre Carter has a concussion apparently, so we'll see. He's in protocol. So here's the punt. And you see what the return from Bond. He falls down, and that's about it. Okay. That's practically a fair catch. I'm not going to be too mad about that. At least he didn't muff it. Bengals down 7-0, and then Jamar Chase gets in the end zone. Yeah. Three-game winning streak versus Jacksonville for the Bengals. So down 3-0. Hands it off to Judkins. He's going to pop it outside. And he'll get a solid gain, about 7 yards or so. Positive yardage. All right. Second and 3. Hands it off again. And there's Judkins. He'll be about okay, they're going to say about a gain of 2. Third and about 1. Here comes Jerome Ford. The Giants up 6-0. Okay, so they got Fannin out there. They got that's Huntington. They got Aiden Huntington out there, the freaking defensive lineman, who I guess can play a little offense. Third and 1, 13:44 to go. Hands it off around the edge. This is Judkins again. First down. And the Browns get their first down of the game. They had the big boys out there. No like legit receivers were out there. It was all big guys. Even Aiden Huntington. Batonio. Yeah, Joel, you're not like you were, bro. Prime Batonio, probably just brick walls that dude, and that's a big gain, but he's obviously old. Shotgun for Flacco. He's going to hand it off again, and he'll get about a yard or 2. That was that Ford? Couldn't tell because there's Judkins. Second down and 8, so there was a gain of 2. Sampson in the backfield. Jamari Thrash out there at receiver. Shotgun Flacco. Throws it to nobody. And Flacco got hit afterwards, 3rd and 8. God, this offensive line, they can't hold long, dude. Well, I mean, Petonio and Teller and Posick were double teaming a guy. Of course. Well, we got a first down at least. Ooh, progress. The next thing to check off is to get in the Ravens territory. Shotgun empty backfield for Flacco. Back to pass. Throws it away again. God, they're bringing so much pressure. These dudes can't block. Are we running in slow motion? Feels like we are. Nobody's really getting open. Gee, I wonder why. A lot of old men on our offensive line. Well, it's mainly Petonio. Here's the punt. Oh, they blocked it. Oh my God. That's our luck. Block the punt. Yep. Here's where they take over the game. Dudes are just bringing all this pressure, and our dudes are like, we're running like freaking, don't tell me Bjork has hurt himself. Oh, lovely. Bjork has hurt himself. Oh, fantastic. Kill me. I don't know what's slower, our O-line or my internet. Just ran over the protector. My God. Who the heck was supposed to protect Bjorkes? Because he didn't do a good job. Freaking Raish, or was that? Oh, who was that? That was Hickman. Ronnie, you're supposed to block. And now Bjorkes is hurt. Oh, lovely. So Ravens will get it just outside the red zone. Henry gets about 8 or 9. It's the ball. But I believe they fell on it. Yeah. You could tell they fell on it because the Browns aren't reacting like they got it. Oh, the peanut punch by Mitchell. And Mitchell must have not known the ball was out because, I mean, he knew the ball was out. He just couldn't get to it. That would have been such a big time play. Can Bubba retire? Well, no, we can fire Bubba. Yeah, we can definitely fire his dumbass. Touchdown Ravens. Nope, that didn't take long. That didn't take long. Weak ass team. Weak ass team. That's simply enough. That's all I could say. Wallace cooked freaking Mitchell. No surprise there. Andrew Berry's like, oh yeah, we're good. I don't need to make changes to our secondary unit. We're good. Yeah, Cam Mitchell been getting cooked all camp, but yeah, we're good. We're fine. Andrew Berry doesn't give a damn. Kick is up and good. 10-0 Ravens. And now we probably don't even have a punter. Because Ronnie Hickman sucks as a freaking as a protector. Oh. Weak ass team. This team sucks, dude. Defense is going to carry, but it doesn't matter because the offense is beyond putrid still. Yeah, Bubba Ventrone, go bye-bye. Bye-bye, Bubba. Might as well just pack your bags and count this as your last year because you're gone, bro. Defense has to carry. But even they can only do so much. This offense is electric. Of course, they had to promote a college level guy to be the OC. Swing passes. Watch, this drive is when we're going to see the amazing Stefanski special. Jet sweep that goes nowhere. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Yeah, only 15 more games of this garbage. Yay. Oh, the heck? Josh Allen getting his nose checked out? Mitch Trubisky was in for the Bills. That's interesting. Okay. But yeah, only 15 more games of this trash. A.T. Leviston was in. What the hell? James Hudson. Oh my god, dude. Oh. James Hudson slapped a freaking pass rusher for the Cowboys in the back of the helmet. That's certainly an interesting strategy. Yeah. Oh, another punt coming up. No, punt, a kick coming up here. And here's the return. Jerome Ford. Yeah, it's a decent return, I guess. He is so slow. He is so freaking slow. Well, now it's going to be interesting because Bjorkes got hurt. And if makes me wonder if there's a situation, what are they going to do about punter? By the way, but Dewan Jones is back out there at left tackle. So there's Bjorkes with a little bit of a limp. Is he good? I don't even know. Hey, a drop. Oh my God, catch the damn ball. Oh my God, these losers cannot catch a cold butt naked in Alaska during the winter. Second and 10. Still no Judy out there. That's interesting. Back to pass. Here's Fennon. All this team is doing is swing passes. Yeah, don't push the ball down the field because obviously Joe Flacco can't do it anymore. Oh my God. Third and 7. Ford's out there. Two receivers up top, Judy on the bottom. Back to pass. Throws. There's Jerry Judy. Oh my God, they completed a pass more than 10 yards. About damn time. Took you only almost 1.5 quarters. Thank God Judy's actually really good against the Woozier. First and 10. Had 1,229 receiving yards last year, 6th in the NFL. In Ravens territory, too, now. Back to pass. Oh, they're going to hand it off to Sampson. And he will get nothing. These guys got to run up the field. Up the field. The quickest way is up the field, Dylan. Not going to yell at you like I do Jerome, because Jerome did it way too many times. Turn into Mr. Sideline and Sideline. Second and 11. Back to pass. There's Njoku. He'll get to the 40. Third and about 8. There's Bjorkes walking around with a little bit of a limp. He does have his helmet on. I think he probably said, I'm good enough to punt. Ravens crowding the line. They back off. Dropped. Okay, hey guys, the objective to catch the ball. You're a receiver. Your job is to catch the ball. And it bounced off his chest. Why do receivers why do they do the whole catch with your chest thing? They go, ugh. Use these things called hands. Yeah. So it's Bjorkes back out to punt. Last time he had it blocked and it wound up being a touchdown. Just a few plays later. Oh my God. Oh, I thought they were going to be able to pin him deep. He was trying to do that, but it was a decent punt. But you know how bad you got to be as a kicker for them not to go to you around the 40-yard line? It's like borderline field goal range, and they won't even attempt to go for the kicker. This offense is putrid. I know Bad Dog and Entertainer they really enjoyed the James Hudson experience. Take it from me. We had to deal with him for a couple of years. He's not good. I'm surprised they actually signed him. But I think they signed him to be a backup. And he ended up being a starter because Andrew Thomas is still injured. In fact, let's do a little score check for the rest of the NFL. Yeah, Judy's not bad, but he's got to catch the ball with his hands. 4-0. Down 10-0. Defense is only going to be able to hold him back for so long. The last drive, again, wasn't really on them. It was on the special teams. Blocked kick. Oh, punt, I should say. Jaguars up 14-7. Giants still in the 1 minute to go in the first. They're up 6-0. Guardians and White Sox are underway. They just ended the first inning. Still scoreless. 14-7 Lions over the Bears. 9-0 Niners over the Saints. 10-3 Rams over the Titans. It's up 13-0 over the Jets. Kicker is secretly happy the offense is trash. All right. Inside their own 10. Lamar Jackson under center. I formation. Hands it off to Henry. He'll get about 2. That's about what they'll give them. Miles needs 4 touchdowns. We need Miles to get a freaking scoop and score. That's the only way we're going to be able to score. Apparently. Defense has to do it. Our defense has to pull a Thanos. Fine. We'll do it ourselves. 2nd and 8. Shotgun for Lamar. Here comes Miles. Why did you bat it away, Cam? You should have tried to tip it up or something for your teammate, right? I mean, I'm not mad about it. Swat it away. Get out of here. You don't want no freaking fluky BS, second catch off a tip. Just bat that sucker away. Well, I think that was more Bateman inadvertently batting it away, but James Cook, 44-yard touchdown. Oh, those Miles Harden. Getting a chance out there, I guess. Okay. 3rd and 8. Come on, let's get off the field here. There's a hold. Dumps it off. And he'll be about 4 yards shy. That's Justice Hill. And there's a flag. Offense. Yep, that was blatant. I think he held immediately. Yeah, that was a blatant hold in front of the ref, too. It's on the tight end. Penalty declined. 4th down. So Isaiah Bond back to receive another kick. Defense is going to do their thing. 4th and 4 on their own 15. Come on, let's block a punt now. Imagine we block it. Now, we're incapable of doing that. I can't even tell you the last time we had a blocked punt go in our favor. Like, seriously, when was the last time we blocked a punt? I can tell you when we last blocked a field goal. Last year against the Eagles. We actually picked it up and ran it to the house. So that was cool. Yeah. Myles Garrett has actually blocked 2 field goals in his career, I believe it is. Recently. A couple years ago against Indianapolis. Damn near took that one to the house. And then against the Eagles last year. Juszczyk out for the game with a concussion. Ugh. A lot of concussions. Fantasy team doing anyway? I think I got ETN in my one league. When's the last time we scored more than 20? Last year, I think. I'm pretty sure we scored 20 a couple times last year. All right. But we need the offense to actually show a little bit of a pulse here. Because clearly the dump offs and swing passes ain't going to work. The Ravens are just crowding the line, waiting for that stuff. Okay, Jamar Chase doing work. Love to see that. Okay, not really much happening right now. Begin a beautiful day in Baltimore. You see Oriole Park on the other side of the freeway. It's essentially next door. All right, offense. Can we actually manufacture a decent drive? Or is this going to be yet another 3 and out? Like I said yesterday, the Buckeyes are putting on their best Browns impression. This is what I'm talking about. Struggling to move the ball. And here's a reverse with Isaiah Bond. Okay, well, I guess that's a variation of the Stefanski special, and it actually worked. Gets about 8 yards. Not bad. Maybe a little bit better blocking, and that really could have sprung it, but not really too mad about it. Oh, so it's a gain of 9. At least they're getting Isaiah Bond involved. That's cool. Under center. Tillman motions. Hands it off. And Jenkins gets the first down. 13-3, Giants. Of course, the Giants are going to win when I picked them for the Survivor. Of course. 20-0 Buffalo over the Jets. Jets are just so bad still. They should give us Garrett Wilson. 5:30 to go in the half. 1st and 10. Judy motions. And there's Tillman. Gets about 4 or 5 yards. Paper chasing Shad. Barger. 2nd and 6. Shotgun for Flacco. Tillman motions into the slot area. Back to pass. Dumps it off. Blown up immediately. Of course, it's freaking Ford. Number 4. 4:08 to go in the half. Getting it about right around the 45. Back to pass. Sack. To nobody. This offense is absolutely ass. I mean, come on. They push the ball down the field, and offensive line can barely protect. Nobody's really getting open. Yeah, Andrew Berry, everything's good. I mean, we all knew we needed a good receiver to go with Jerry, but no, we're good. We're good. Right, Andrew? And there's the punt again. Come on. Okay, well, I mean, there was a near coffin corner. Pins him at the 4-yard line. Damn near coffin cornered him. Looks slow, old, and inaccurate. Well, yeah. So they're inside their own 5 at about the 4-yard line. Newsom kicked the ball off. It was tipped, and of course Newsom is just a little off to the, I'm going to say to the right of the ball. He over pursued it. If he was right there, that's a pick. That's a walk-in 6. 3-10 versus divisional opponents since 2023 for the Giants. Damn. I think 2 of those wins are probably against the Commanders. All right, first, a 2nd and 10, 3:42 to go here in the half. Hey, good tackle, Greg. Gets him out of the end zone. And again, they just be throwing chop blocks at freaking McGuire. Second time he's done that. Isaiah, when are you going to learn to just hurdle a dude? Just hurdle him. He tried to grab his freaking ankle. Come here. Just jump over, bro. I feel like if that was Miles on that side they tried to do that to Miles, he'll hurdle the guy and freaking just attack freaking Lamar. 3rd and 3. Gets the first down. Rayshawn, you tackled him. You put him over the line, you bum. Wait, where was his foot? Right there. He might have been just at the line. Yeah, Flacco's doing his best Watson impression. Yeah, pretty much. At least Deshaun could move with his feet a little bit. 4th and 1 for the Ravens. Let's see what they decide to do. 2:18 to go here in the half. Are they going to go for it? Most likely they are. This offense looks old and slow. 2-minute warning. 1 good receiver, 0 experienced good running backs, and an ancient QB is not a good recipe. Nope. No. And the O-line is mid too. And Denzel Ward is he was cramping. Was it him I saw in the background on that few drives ago getting work done because he was cramping up a bit? Okay. Yeah, Denzel Ward cramping up, of course. That's why they say hydrate. Dylan Gabriel was practicing holds on sideline because regular holder Corey Bajorquez. Wow, they actually insinuate that we're going to be able to kick field goals today, huh? Like Joe Flacco is incapable of just throwing the ball downfield. Because if he tries, he overthrows his man. Seemed to me like the tight end was short of the first down. I'm honestly convinced at this point we could get a sack or like get a turnover, return it to like to the 1/2 yard line. No, not even the 1/2, the inch line, and we still wouldn't be able to score. Is this really going to be the first time ever that Kevin Stefanski starts a season 0-2? Yeah. Colorado and Oregon fans are going to be extra loud this week if this keeps up. Because they're going to be like, oh, so you go with that the old man over Dylan or Shador? Well, Shador needs a lot of work when it comes to actually like diagnosing the game itself. I think Dylan would be capable of holding it down if called upon. Does look at the harbor. So let's see what they do here. Looks like they're going to go for it. Yeah. Nah. Like, nah. No. Like, wait, you won't. Wait, you won't. No balls. No. So they're going to punt it away again here. I would laugh so hard if they had a bad snap, but you rarely see that. So they're going to be punting it from their own end zone here. I would love a good return on this punt. Stout to punt it away. And let's see. Oh, I thought he was going to lose the ball there, but he fields it inside Raven territory. So they'll get it inside Ravens territory, and let's see if the offense can at least put some points on the board here. Wouldn't be mad with 3, but I would love 6. But with how anemic this offense is, I don't even know if they're going to move the ball. Are they going to get any yards at all? Devin Achan, 29-yard receiving touchdown for the Dolphins. Ooh. 46,000 career passing yards, 18th NFL QB to reach 46,000. Damn. Under center. Ford in the backfield. And he gets about 3. 1:45 to go. Browns got the ball to start the second half. I mean, Browns got the ball to start the game. 1:28 to go. Ford's still in the game. Oh my God. There's the target line for Smith. Back to pass. Sack. Oh my God. Get rid of the freaking ball, dude. That's the thing, though. Like, you can't sit back and wait because nobody's open. And they have to call a timeout, I believe. Yep, Ravens called timeout. I'm not going to score any points. Offensive line has been horrible so far. The defense is trying to keep us in this game, but they're going to get worn out eventually. Browns special teams have cost them 14 points through 5+ quarters. 1:09 to go, 3rd and 13. Back to pass. Hot. First down. That's Njoku. Deep into Raven territory. Can always trust David Njoku to get the job done. And now they're inside the 30 with about 51 seconds to go. Back to pass. And it's out of bounds. Trying to go to Tillman. 2nd down. They should be able to get 3 points at worst here. I can't even trust our shit kicker. Board back mountain. (15-14) New England at halftime. Where's Simpson? Where's Judkins at? Why is Ford still out there? God. Back to pass. Dumps it off. Drops it. Get this off the field, Kevin. is he still playing? It's one thing if you want to take it easy with Judkins, but where's Sampson? Oh, let's get going to Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford has shown nothing that proves to me that he deserves to be on this team. Why is he still in there? Where's Quinshawn at? Or Dylan? Still out there. Back to pass. Caught. He's about 2 yards shy. 4th and about 2. Got another timeout, Baltimore. Yep. Now let's see. Is Kevin going to take the points, or is he going to go ballsy and try to get a first down here, which I can't trust this loser team to do that. I would take the points, but kicking percentage since 2020, Browns 91, 88, and 69. NFL average 95, 95, 79. And I think he's going to go for it here. Can't trust him to get it, though. If they don't get this, well, they're not gonna. They may not score today at all. Legit. If they don't get this first down, they're probably not scoring today. Best chance to score you've had, and they're gonna do this garbage. 4th and 2. They're gonna hand it off or something stupid to freaking Ford, who's still out there. What? I mean, did they say something bad or something? I mean, why is Ford out there? He sucks. He's slow. He can't really catch, and he runs sideline to sideline. Watch. They're going to hand it off to Ford, and he's going to get stuffed. Under center. Fan in motions. Oh, I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing. Timeout, Browns. Yeah. Trying to get him to jump off sides. So Smith will come out to attempt this, normally a chip shot, but to this bum kicker, he's probably going to shank it. As my camera froze and my feed froze. Okay. There we go. Normally, this is a chip shot. For any professional kicker, this is like a extra point, pretty much. 33 seconds to go. Last week, he was 1 for 2 on field goals. The longest was 45. I swear, this dude's going to go to the left or way to the right. Got to get blocked. When your last name rhymes with a swear word, that's not good. 38-yard attempt. Bjork has the holder. Snap. It's up. And it's good. And the Browns are officially on the board, so they will not get shut out. But this anemic-ass offense can barely move the ball. All right. 10-3, 29 seconds to go here in the first half. I'm not even watching put Dylan in. I don't think Kevin would do that. Look, the bum made a kick. Remember, he couldn't do that last week. He does that last week. We're 1-0. And I'm not really stressing about today. But no. Offense is looking anemic, and at least the defense is like, wow, at least we got him in a position to score. Good thing we drafted 2 mid QBs while the offensive line and receivers still suck. Yeah, and we didn't really make any effort to fix either one, really. Although they at least put a little bit of effort in the offensive line. Here's the return. Hillen Wallace gets it to about the 26-yard line, and that's it. Ravens are coming out. And the 3 Ravens. Finally, this freaking made a kick. Michael, I was like, this dude shakes it. Get rid of him now. Don't even get him on the sideline. Just get rid of him immediately. Have his bags waiting for him outside the locker room and say, you're cut, you're gone. Shotgun for Lamar. Running back to the right. Back to pass. Pressure up the middle. He's just going to throw it away. Good defense, though. Good pressure. Up the middle, too. It's tough for a quarterback to evade the pocket when there's pressure coming up the middle, because that's usually where he would escape. Up the middle. That's true, Fox. That's true. That's true. He made the first one last week, too, remember? Then he would miss an extra point and then another kick. Okay, why is YouTube Studio buffering? Back to pass. Up the middle. Throws it. Incomplete again. Third down. Third down. Coverage. That's Mitchell against Flowers. Yeah, I don't know why my internet's so ass all of a sudden. I don't have anything else open. No other like apps or anything. Just OBS. Hands it off. And that'll be it. Yeah. That'll be it for the first half. Browns trailed 10-3. Offense really couldn't move the ball, although, thanks to a good defensive effort in the second and that last drive, they were able to get the ball into field goal range and get some points out of it. So that's, oh, I see. They're going to have a chance to do something here. 4th and 5. Browns actually used the timeout. They did. Yep. So they have one remaining. Should we block it? At their own 20, at their own 31. Snap. It's away. And let it roll out of right at the 11-yard line. It literally came to rest there. But that's it for the first half. So that punt ends the first half. While everyone's running to the locker room, a player runs over, takes the ball, and runs it in. That's what you do. You know, everyone give up on it, right? You go to hand it to the ref, thinking it's over, but then you kick off running up the field. Nobody is paying attention, and you just run into the end zone for a touchdown. I don't think that's even legal, because the refs would have blown it dead. I mean, yeah, not a very good first half, and yet we're only down by 7. Defense is keeping us in this game. Again, where have we heard that before? So many times over the years. The last couple years. Really since Jim Schwartz came to town. This defense has done a good job of keeping us in games. Of course, next week the Browns will face the Packers. That'll be fun. Jordan Love and company. Micah Parsons. Yeah. At least the offense had a little bit of a pulse at the end there to get us in the field goal range. Oh, how about this too? So the Hokies, Virginia Tech fired their coach too. So that's 2 coaches now fired after week 3 of college. So looking at the box score for this game, up 17-10 by the way. 10 by the way. Joe Flacco, 12 of 23, 93 yards on the ground. 6 carries, 20 yards for Judkins. Not really much on the ground for either team, for that matter. Through the air, though, David Njoku, 4 receptions, 40 yards. Jerry Jeudy, 1 for 26. Fannin, 2 for 16. Ford, 2 for 14. Tillman, 1 for 4. Isaiah Bond has 1 carry for 9 yards on that jet sweep. Defense has 1 sack, half a sack apiece for Myles Garrett and Cameron Thomas. And then, yeah, nothing else there. Now for the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, 10 of 17 for 77 yards and a touchdown, coming off that blocked punt. Justice Hill, 3 for 7. Henry, 5 for 5. And Andrews, 1 for 2. Through the air, Tylan Wallace, 2 receptions, 25 yards and a touchdown. Flowers, 3 for 23. Bateman, 2 for 15. Hill, 2 for 12. Andrews, 1 for 2. And then defensively, 1 sack from Nnamdi Matabike. And again, that's it. Scores from around the league. Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the Browns to mess this up. You know how they are. Near just about halftime in Cincinnati, 7 trailing. Wow. Yeah. Jaguars lead. Trevor Lawrence, 13 of 23 for 182 yards, 2 touchdowns. Giants up 13-10 over the Cowboys late in the first half. Russell Wilson looks great. Uh-oh. Burrow got whacked up a little bit. Uh-oh. That's not good. Russell Wilson, 17 of 22, 35 and a touchdown. Lions over the Bears, 21-14 late in the first half. Caleb Williams, 14 of 19, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lions over the Rams, 13-10 at halftime. Cam Ward, 10 of 17, 123 yards on a touchdown. Patriots over the Dolphins by 1, 15-14 at half. Niners up 16-7 over the Saints late in the first half, just about to enter halftime. Mac Jones, 15 of 23, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bills up 20-3 over the Jets. Josh Allen, 8 of 16 for 70 yards. 14-7 Steelers over the Seahawks at halftime. Sam Darnold, 13 of 19, 157 yards and a touchdown. Those are the earliest slated games. Okay. Oh. By the way, let's see how the WNBA is going, because I think they're in the playoffs now. Oh, okay. Yeah, Minnesota up over Golden State, 70-53. Indiana and Atlanta, New York, Phoenix, and then Seattle and Las Vegas. Yeah. Hot names to watch for Virginia Tech. So yeah, Virginia Tech and UCLA fired their coaches today. I mean, when you lose to Old Dominion, you get blasted Yeah, that's a fireable offense. Shane Beamer? Oh, yeah, to replace the father, of course. Is that like the one hot name? That's pretty obvious. But would Shane really want to leave South Carolina? Oh, Mike Vick, Norfolk State. Of course, he played there. Ryan Silverfield, Memphis. Jeff Monken, Army. Alex Golesh, USF. Jamie Chadwell, Liberty. Jason Candle, Toledo. Will Stein, Oregon's OC. Tyson Helton, Western Kentucky. Buster Faulkner, Georgia Tech offensive coordinator. Buster. Listen here, Buster. Listen here, Buster. Okay. The fact that we look so bad and yet we're only down by a touchdown. That touchdown was served up by the special teams being garbage. Surprise, surprise. A blocked punt. Yeah, of course. Okay. Wonder what Twitter's saying. Thing keeps buffering. Classic. Okay. All right. If this defense is nice, if our offense even had a bit of a little bit of a pulse to it, we might even be in a better spot than where we are right now. But yeah, this offensive line is not like it used to be. I mean, is it as bad as last year? Honestly, no. But that's not saying much. Last year was horrible. At least they're getting somewhat of, they're doing a little bit better. It's just Joel Batonio. I mean, he's banged up. He's been battling back issues the last year or so. Teller, I mean, he's all right. Posix, good, I guess. Hocklin's out again. No surprise there. He's made of glass. Jake Browning in the game earlier. They're past midfield. Watch these dudes not even get 3 points. Luckily they got 3. This is going to be like a few years ago where I freaking celebrate them even getting 3 points. Oh. All right, so there's a look at the first half stats. 86 pass yards, 34 rush, 120 total, 3 for 10 on third down. We have 6 punts though. Isn't it crazy how we're outgaining the Ravens? But that's only first half. That's surely not going to age well in the second half. Because we know they'll make adjustments. I don't know if I can trust our guys to do that. What's the only adjustment we're going to make? More Jerome Ford? Not enough Jerome Ford. Pretty clearly, right? Yeah, it's pretty clearly. There's not enough Jerome Ford. A toe injury for Joe Burrow. Hope it's not turf toe. I heard that stuff is brutal. So there's John Harbaugh. 172 regular season wins. Third most behind inactive coaches, behind Mike Tomlin and Andy Reid, I believe that is. The only two coaches that have really been doing it as long as he has with the same team, which is insane, right? All right, so we are ready for the third quarter. Ravens, of course, will get it to start the third. And now it's time to see what the defense will cook up here. See if we can get a turnover or something good, right? You know, I would love a turnover to start us off. You know? All right. So at their own 35, Jackson under center, Henry in the backfield. And Flowers ducks under Hickman to make the big catch into Brown's territory. There's a crowded area too. Yeah. What's that tackle attempt, Ronnie? Completely missed him. This isn't the NFL. This isn't NCAA. You can make a big hit on somebody. There's another whiff tackle. Flowers making dudes miss. Gets just shy of the 40. 28-14, Detroit. Second down. I don't know how many games we're going to win this year. Maybe a few. But in terms of the first 6 games, we might win a couple. I don't know. Should have won last week. 2nd and 7. Graham, Collins, Garrett. Back to pass. Oh, Garrett was coming in after him. He had to run like 20 yards backwards. And it's caught for the touchdown for D-Hop. Greg Newsome on the coverage, of course. I think he secured it. The ball moved a little, but not much. Not enough to warrant an incompletion. Oh my God. He always does that to us every year, it seems like. He just yeets the ball down the field and there's always someone there. Defensive line actually gets good pressure, and then Newsome gets not burnt, but they always bully Newsome. Oh, he's down at the 1 yard line. Oh, okay. Wow. Surprise. Wow, it'd only take one extra play for them to score. If you got D-Hop in fantasy, you're like, oh, come on, man. He actually turned back for the ball, but he missed on the bat away attempt. He was late on the attempt to swat it away. I mean, come on, man. Like, oh no, they're on the 1.5 yard line. Gee, I wonder who's going to score here. Derrick Henry. Yeah. This is going to be a QB keeper or some freaking like play action rollout. What are they doing? They're huddling up here. First and goal. Yep. Knocked down. Devin Bush. Wow. You know what would be the funniest thing ever, right? A 100+ yard pick six. Bro, I mean, if Delpit or like if we get like a pick six or something right here, oh, that's asking an awful lot. We don't do that stuff. And there's a flag. This can be a false start. Yep. Yeah. 5-yard penalty, still second down. So that's on Zaire Mitchell-Payton, the former Browns tight end. Again, no Isaiah Likely, so they have to use him a little bit more. And honestly, it's good to see him actually getting reps. But I mean, when Isaiah Likely comes back, which will likely be next week, I think the offense will really turn up. So let's see if the Browns can at least get a stop here, maybe force another field goal. Wouldn't be against that. Or turnover, damn it. I'm hungry for some turnovers. There it is, touchdown. Oh my God, Mark Andrews in the back of the end zone, but as he was coming down with it, he dropped it. Or was it Delpit who popped it out? Oh yeah, Delpit popped it out. Good move, Delpit. Damn. He was establishing himself, and then Delpit just punched it out. So that'll be third down. Come on, force a field goal here. Harbaugh, I think, was ready to challenge that. Back to pass. You're coming, and he's going down. Yeah. Myles Garrett got him again. So they went from a yeet ball touchdown to Hopkins to only getting a field goal. Myles Garrett just went, he like little Euro step action, and he was in the backfield in no time. Whoop, don't want to do that. What's up with my freaking keyboard? Trying to tweet something and the damn thing is like messing up. Here's the what's the PAT? Kick us up and good. So they got points, but again, another field goal. And there's a flag down. Watch this be watch it be on us. That's 1.5 sacks from Myles Garrett today. Okay. It's good. Yeah. Damn, they went from a yeet ball touchdown to only getting 3. So it is it's 13-3. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Man, now you know who's really pissed off? Freaking DeAndre Hopkins fantasy owners. They were like, he scored, and it's like, wait, what? What do you mean he's done at the 1? We stop him once or twice, or it was once. Then you had the penalty, false start, backed him up 5 yards, and then dump it with the high awareness punch out, and then a sack. 13-3. 1-0 White Sox, by the way. Bottom 4. Problem is, our offense is still beyond ass, so I don't even know if we're going to be able to score any more points. At least the defense is holding it together, though. Miles has what now? 4.5, 3.5 sacks this year through 2 games. I don't think he's finished either. I could see him getting more. There's a cat laying under my table. Are you the lucky charm? If we win, yeah, you're definitely a lucky charm. You're the rally cat. It's not a bad spot to lay down, though. But yeah, going to Andrews in the back of the end zone, that would have been a tough play, but especially with Garrett bearing down on you like that. And so the kick is away, and it'll go out of bounds. Oh, damn. That's not optimal. A rare botch by the Ravens. Ball at the 40. See if the Browns offense can do something here. Under center, hands it off. Here's Judkins. He'll get about 7. Second down, 12:26 to go in the third quarter. Is that Isaiah Likely? Yeah. I think they said he'll be back next week, which will make Ravens fans happy. Shotgun for Flacco. Sampson in the backfield. But no, incomplete. Bobbled it. Judy says he caught it. Ref said he bobbled it. Because he caught it there. Toe drag. He had possession. But they called it 3rd and 4. Shotgun for Flacco. Fan in motions. Bringing the house. Rolls. He's going to run. Intercepted. Why are you throwing in the coverage like that? And Wiggins is going to take it all the way back. 20-10 inside the 5. Why are you throwing into tight coverage like that, Joe? Come on now. Yep, he's going to Browns it. Of course. I don't know what you're even doing. Classic Browns. They're going to derp it. Why are you throwing it into tight coverage like that? I don't know. I would have thrown it away. He has the knack for overthrowing his guys. You guys, look who I found. Hey, rally cat. How are you doing? No. Yeah, you being good kitty, huh? You being good kitty? Yeah? Yeah. Rub your head. Maybe rub your head. Maybe the Browns will win. Right? Yeah. Here's a handoff. Henry gets about a yard. Meow meow. Meow meow meow. Yes. Oh, you're purring. Say bye to the people. Meow meow. All right. This offense is pure anemic. Shotgun for Jackson. He's going to keep it. And he'll get another yard or two. Third down. 17-17 in Cincinnati. They're in a barn burner. It's third down. Ravens trying to go up possibly 17 points here. This offense is pure ass at this point. We got timeout. Ravens called timeout again. What is going on over there? Meow. Yeah, they were going for the ball. He's about 2 yards or so shy. I don't know what they were looking at. But all right. Third and goal. Let's see if the defense can do it again here. This is a lot like a couple years ago where the defense was standing tall almost every week, but the offense couldn't do a damn thing to get any offense going. Shotgun for Jackson. Go for a defensive turnover right here. Back to pass. Pressure coming. What the hell happened? There was like a massive dudes all in like one cluster. I guess the ball was tipped and there was like a mad dash to get it. But Devin Bush again makes a play. Let's see. Oh, Bush off the fingertips. Dude, Devin Bush making plays. I like to see that. And they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Wow. There it is. Touchdown. Took them 4 plays, but they finally get a touchdown. Oh, Joe Flacco. 19-3. Yeah, whoever that was got absolutely butchered. Oh, it's Mitchell again. Was that Mitchell or was that? Yeah, it was Mitchell. Yeah, 29 got cooked, of course. Extra point. Up and good. 20-3. Yeah, good job, Joe Flacco. You're clearly too old. You should just retire, dude. Making that decision in your 18th year as a pro. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, Joe? You should know better than to throw it into that tight ass coverage. Guardians up 2-1 again. What was it this time? Top of the fifth, 1 out. Oh, 2 RBIs for Bo Naylor. Hey, we love to see that. We love to see that. Browns defense have to stop on the Ravens from the half-yard line and then give it right back to them at the 5. Yeah, pretty much. 1.5 sacks from Myles Garrett. Defense carrying once again. But I just don't think Flacco's going to turn into vintage Joe Flacco after this. Nah. Thing is, I came into this game not expecting much, so it's like, who cares? It's the Ravens, you know. After all, we know that we haven't been able to beat these guys in Baltimore really ever. We've only beaten them a handful of times ever, and yeah, so I don't really care. So Browns will get it back here after the interception last drive. This offense is just not inspiring at all. Nope. Defense is carrying, but that's about it. All right. Under center. I think that's Judkins in the backfield. Play action. Throws. Caught by Fennon near the 50. Okay, Fennon. Coming off an amazing rookie debut last week. Too bad we didn't win. Kicker. Damn kicker. Goes up to get that one. Can the Ravens keep scoring? Nah, I doubt it. Defense is going to keep us in this game. The offense just needs to move the ball. Play action. Dumps it off. Gets about, they're going to give him about 3 or 4 to Judkins. Second down. And we are talking about the Ravens here after all, and they have had a knack for blowing these rather large leads. Are they going to add to that graphic I showed in my preview video? Probably not. We saw what it took Deshaun Watson to do last time we won in Baltimore. Took a superhuman effort from him. Here's a handoff to Ford. Actually powers forward for about 4.5 or so. Probably the best run he's had in a while. Okay. 17-13, Dallas leads. Javonte Williams, 30-yard rushing touchdown. Must be nice. All right. 8:11 to go, 3rd and 2. On to center. Hands it off. And Ford gets a first down into the 40-yard line. Officially in Ravens territory. And Bruins fans really weren't expecting much anyways this year. I just want us to look competitive. And maybe win some good games too, you know, by action. Throws it at the ground. Yeah, Joe, you're not a scrambler, bro. Stop trying to scramble. You're like me. I think a dude on a scooter is faster than you scrambling. I mean, a sloth is faster than you scrambling. You're not a scrambler. You're not like the bootleg thrower that you were before. There's Dylan Gabriel. Joe Flacco. I mean, he's freaking what? How old is he now? In his 40s? There's Ford. Gets it inside the 35. Third and about four-ish. There's Shadur. He is the third quarterback, the emergency quarterback. There's Dylan Gabriel. Ready on a moment's notice. 6:43 to go. Third and four. Shotgun. Back to pass. He's going to run. Gets the first down and slides. Oh, watch out. Joe Flacco actually running for a first down. And a flag. What's this going to be? Is it on? Oh, is it on Roquan Smith right here? No, it's on Humphrey. Yeah. Oh, damn. Because he slid and Humphrey was trying to ease up, but he still went after him and kind of hit him pretty hard after he already slid. Can't do that. Tony Adams and Jermaine Johnson. Oh, that's interesting. There's a couple kids at Ohio. There's a kid that Ohio State was looking at that committed to UCLA. I wonder if he'll decommit and come to Ohio State now. Interesting. All right, 6:30 to go. Now they're going to back us up to the 25. Now what? Oh, I see. They go back and then they walk up. Because he said half a distance to the goal. So they'll do that. They'll walk back and then they'll walk and put the ball where the half the distance was. Okay. Take Duck's house advice and put Dylan in. At some point they will. At the 25. Shotgun for Flacco. Ford's still in at running back. I'm not even going to get mad. I don't know what Kevin's doing. You got Dylan, you got Q. Why are we using this dude? This dude is slow and he doesn't break tackles. So just outside the 20, second and 7. Back to pass. Sack. Oh, they're coming after him. Throws it away. Dude, get open, you freaking losers. He sits in the pocket like 10 seconds. Nobody's open. It'd be nice if we had a safety valve option like a Dylan Sampson. Because they're just shutting everybody down. Nobody's open. He probably could have got it to Judy. But Judy was sitting a double move and he wasn't available. All right, third and 7. 5 for 13 on conversions. 2 of 5 on third downs this close. Timeout, Ravens. Damn. The second timeout. Sloppiness over there, eh? Damn. Being extra sloppy today. Flacco was washed. Yeah. Seattle and Pittsburgh tied at 14 late in the third quarter. Head out of his ass and put Dylan in. Honestly, I'd put him in just to see what he can do. Change the flow of the game. But they're not going to do that. Shotgun for Flacco. Back to pass. Throws. Gets to the 20. So actually stays about a yard short. Or 2 yards short. Down. There's the kicker's mitt. And I'm going to guess they're going to go for it here. Nope, they're going to kick it. Yep, they're going to kick it. Why did we draft 2 rookie running backs if we're not going to use them? Another kick coming up here. 41-yard attempt for Andre Smith. 24-17 Jacksonville. Fourth and 7. Remember, he made the first one last week, and then he would turn around and miss 2 more. Ooh. Are they reviewing the play? What are they looking at? They're not looking for targeting, are they? They're reviewing something. Probably to see if there was a fumble. Which it was pretty clear Fennon was down. I don't know what they could be reviewing. Guess we'll find out. My guy Guards Joey on Twitter says, you need to make the playoffs to bridge the Cleveland sports gap from baseball to basketball. Talking about the Guardians. Well, they picked the flag up from before. I see. They picked it up. Okay. That explains it. This team, man, it's like a couple years ago. Even last year, the defense was solid. They keep us in games, but the offense can't do a damn thing. I wonder what way we're going to lose to the Raiders this year. Who knows? Probably just get straight up steamrolled. The defense is great, though. Can't argue that. The defense is great. Offense is just ass. That's all. All right, so they ruled it an incomplete pass. I don't know how that's incomplete. I mean, he came down with the ball. So it's 4th and 7. Oh, no, it's 4th and 2. Oh, no, it's 4th and 7. They messed it up on the ticker. They're going for it here. Inside the 20. You already know they're not going to get it. Back to pass. Throws. Picked off. Holy crap. Tillman caught it off the tip. Of course, he catches that one. It was tipped by Humphrey and caught by Tillman. All right, then. This tipped off out of Humphrey's hands right to Tillman. who reaches out. He was all the way in bounds. There was no debating it, obviously. Well, that's one way to score a touchdown. And what are they going to do here? That was beautiful. That was. Here's Schmidt or Zmit ready to kick the extra point. Snap. It's up, and what do you know? It's right down the damn middle. Why couldn't you do that last week, you bum? What? Pisses me off even more. Oh, now you want to make them, huh? Loser. Now you want to make your kicks. He'd win last week if he makes his kicks. Okay, my camera is not trying to. Oh, my camera quit on me. All right, guys. Yep, my camera quit on me. Gotta make the switch. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's back. Okay. I just had it deactivated. Well, that's one way to score a touchdown. Good job for Cedric Tillman. Good focus, too. Wow. Cedric Tillman actually looking good. Down by 10 now. Accidental touchdown. I didn't mean to. I meant to do that. I meant to do that. I'm sure he did. I'm sure you did, Cedric. On fourth down, Humphrey had it in his hands, and Tillman catches it. And the thing, again, the blocked punt and the interception led to touchdowns. Straight up, teams can't score on us. Has to do some BS garbage for them to score. A pick and a blocked punt led to 14 points. It would be 10-3. Yeah. Surprised they didn't call that a penalty. But again, classic refs. But here's the kick, a go return. Last time we won in Baltimore, we had a pick 6. Remember that? Yeah. All right, so Ravens with the ball again here. 4:56 to go. Here in the third. 17-16 Dallas late in the third quarter over the Giants. I can't believe it freaking caught that ball. Oh my God, Cedric. Tillman would catch that. Oh. White Sox tied it up. Back to pass, dumps it off to Flowers. And there's a flag in the backfield. Offense. Ooh. Offensive pass interference, so that'll back them up. That'll negate the penalty. 20-16 Rams over the Titans. Jags and Bengals are in a barn burner. 24 apiece in Cincinnati. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third there. I mean, of course, the Bills are smoking the Jets 30-3. No surprise there. The Bills are just a machine these days. 37-14 Lions over the Bears. Not really a surprise there either, to be fair. Shotgun for Jackson. There goes Lamar running around, and he'll get a good amount of yards there, actually. About. And there's another flag. Let's see what this could be. Could be on either team, really. Could be a hold on us. Could be on them. And there's the holding on the defense. That's on Miles Harden. Javonte Williams, 44-yard receiving touchdown. Or is that J-Mo? It's J-Mo. Okay. Yeah, right there. He just kind of held Flowers. Looked like Harden kind of fell down. So that'll be a first down. Classic defense bailing him out. Of course. At their own 40. Caught. Gain of about 6 or 7. It's 20-10. Ravens. Garrett on the sideline. Jets, man. What the heck's up with them? They got Justin Fields and they look even worse. Wow. Here's a pitch play to Henry. Gets a first down. Mason Graham with the tackle. Nice to see a big guy chasing down a running back. Thomas didn't shut down the lane good enough. In Browns territory. And there's the sack. Devin Bush. Wow. A linebacker gets a sack. Former Steeler and Seahawk. Hey, Devin. There you go, buddy. This team's really doing a good job of getting to Lamar. They just got to force turnovers. That's the problem. 2:07 to go. We're here in the third. Bateman motions. Third down. Just around the 50. I want to see Miles do a Euro step in the spin move. His quick little twitch spin move and then just boom, blow up freaking Lamar. Knocks the ball out. All right. Come on, let's get off the field here. 3rd and 13. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, and of course he catches it. See, like I'm saying, like, you think you got him and then he just gets rid of it, and there's always a dude right there to catch it. And of course, it's against Mr. Dancy Dance, Greg Newsome. Always. You always think you got him, and then there's always someone open downfield. Stiff arms freaking 96. That's Collins, I believe. Garrett Like, man, this dude running around like a man with his head cut off. Like a chicken. Slippery as hell. And there's Henry. He gets about a few. Less than 20 seconds or so to go in the third. I think Garrett's just gassed a little bit. He's like, man, like chasing this dude down is a lot of work. Man, chasing this dude around is a lot of work. Because when you're chasing down Lamar, you got to think in the back of your head, this dude could take off. It's not like chasing down Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, because they don't really run. They didn't, or Tom Brady could do a little, but nah. Eli Manning was the same way. Eli just did not do that stuff, and he would fold like a lawn chair when pressure was. I'm just happy that we're not getting blown out. People were saying, oh, yeah, the Browns are going to get their ass kicked. Not if our defense has something to say about it. The only way that we get our absolute ass whooped is if the defense flounders and our offense turns the ball over. Because even like in years past, if we don't turn the ball over, defense is usually fine. I wonder how I'm doing in my pick'em. It's like, yeah, I'm a Browns fan, but I'm not delusional. This might be the one year where I really wasn't expecting anything for the Browns. Legit, I'm not really expecting much. I don't really care what happens because we have 2 first-round picks. You know? If we are ass, then okay, that's cool. As long as our rookies look good, right? Build up for next year. Try to do what we did a couple years ago next year. Okay, so I'm in pretty damn good shape right now. Oh, I'm in fantastic shape right now. Holy crap for the early slate. All right, fourth quarter coming up. There's Miles and company. Let's see on this one play here. Oh, there's Miles getting taken down on his ankle. He kind of went down funky. So, Hot Flowers. Again, they're just going to bully Newsom. They're not even going to throw anywhere the other way. Just look and see where 0 is. Wherever 0 is, you know that guy's going to be open. You know he's going to be open. You know, a turnover here would be so huge, but we can't force turnovers. We haven't really been a turnover type of team. Henry gets inside the 15. Second down. Really, the one year where we were a heavy turnover team was with Greg Williams. The one year where we were just forcing turnovers like crazy. Hell was that? Huh? Did they mess up a kick in Pittsburgh? They let the ball go into the end zone, and the Seahawks fell on it. Yeah, Lamar gonna throw it. Oh, tipped up, and it's out of bounds anyway. There's a flag down. Pass interference on the offense. Third down. It's on Mark Andrews. The ref pointed. I thought it was on us. I was like, what? It's on Mark Andrews. So that'll be third down. 3rd and 4. Can we actually force another field goal here? Okay, they took the penalty. Okay. Oh, it's going to be 2nd down. Yeah. 24-17 Seahawks. 38-14 Detroit. Chicago's not very good, apparently. Neither is New York. The Jets, I mean. Back to pass. Throws it to the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Tez Walker absolutely barbecued Miles Harden. All Harden was seeing was dust and rubber pellets. These corners suck besides Denzel, dude. They're ass. Oh, Justin Fields. Oh, concussion? Yeah, just barbecued his guy. Kick is up and good. 27-10. The only corner that we know is damn good is Denzel. The others are so suspect. Newsom can't stop dancing. Cameron Mitchell and Harden are kind of bummy. Everyone else is kind of just meh. This team's not going to win many games. Seven's doing the best they can. But that's about it. NFL protects all QBs except the Browns QB. You can hit him late. I mean, heck, remember the Buccaneers game a couple years ago with Baker? Baker running down the field. He goes to slide, gets whacked. Ref literally said, oh, yeah, he was running, he was running, so he's, he could be hit. But he's the quarterback. Cornerback's getting burnt. We'll see what the offense can do, if anything. Hmm. Wait for the Packers to blow us out. No, they're not going to blow us out. They might win by like a touchdown or two. But who really knows with the Browns? Here's the return by Ford. So, okay, so yeah, it's all Jerome Ford today, I see. A little too much Jerome Ford. Yeah, I don't know what the heck they were doing. This defense, man. Shotgun for Flacco. That's Isaiah Bond in motion. Here's Judkins for about 3 or 4. Oh, Van Noy's not playing? Huh. Wow. 15 minutes to go in the game. Imagine the Ravens choke this game too. Oh, God. They wouldn't hear the end of it. But this offense is too inept. They're not going to do it. First down for Dylan Sampson. A rare appearance by Dylan today after being a feature of the offense last week. You know, it's Jerome Ford Day, apparently. Today's Jerome Ford Day, apparently, because under center. Snap. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nice pass. Here's Judkins. Gets a solid chunk, and there's a flag. Probably going to be on DeJuan Jones. Oh, it's on 72. But of course, there's a holding. Oh, there's no DeJuan Jones. Yeah, it's not DeJuan. That's Leviston or whatever. Bum ass tackles. Classic. Here it's up 23-20. And we have. Oh, they got it off. Okay. Here's Judkins. Oh, nice run. Gets it inside the 40. Past the 40. Second down and less than 10. Most losses after leading by 2+ scores in the fourth quarter. John Harbaugh, 12. 16 for Andy Reid. Damn, all time. And then you have Marty Schottenheimer, rest in peace, and Bud Grant. Yeah. Back to pass. Dumps it off again. This is Judy. He's about a yard short. Seattle up by a touchdown. Detroit up 44-14. My God. Talk about taking your anger out from last week. $10:46 to go, 3rd and 1. Miami up by 4. Jacksonville up 3. Snap. Hands it off. Sampson, first down. Keeps the drive going. Less than about 4 minutes to go. Seattle up by a few. Touchdown, I believe. 45-14 Detroit. Oh my God. I can imagine the stats in that game. Goff probably cooking their ass. Rams up by 11. Inside Ravens territory. Back to pass. Throws it up to nobody. Throws it out of bounds. Instant pressure because, left tackle just decides, I'm not going to block. Damn. Washington, 74-yard punt return against the Patriots. Well, that'll do the job. That'll do the job. Wow. 2nd and 10. They've won 8 of the last 9 meetings against New England. Yeah. Shotgun for Flacco. Back to pass. Throws. Caught by Judy right at the first down marker. $9:45 to go. So get the first down for Judy. 31-17 Seattle. Kareem Walker. Not Kareem. Kenneth Walker. Kareem Walker. It's another running back, I think, went to team up north. Haven't heard his name in ages, though. Back to pass. Throws it deep. Oh, off the one hand, trying to go to Judy. Wow. What? Ensuing kickoff. Antonio Gibson, house call. Oh my God. That's tough. That's tough, man. That's Dolphins for you. That's Dolphins for you. Frank the Tank's probably like, oh. Dumps it off. Ford gets a few yards. Frank the Tank's probably tearing his glasses up like, oh, it's nothing. McDaniel. Oh, his brain is mush. 27-24 Jags, 8:20 something to go. 26-14 Niners over the Saints. Giants up 23-20. Snap, back to pass. Throws, nobody. Down. Thirty to 27 New England after the ensuing kickoff return touchdown. I just can't quit you. Yeah, pretty much. What's up, Fred? How are they going to mess this up? Back to pass. Sack. Ball's out. Scoop and score for Roquan Smith. Can't make it up. You just cannot make it up. You can't. It's funny, whenever something bad happens, they always show that one fan with the bag over his head. Oh, no, it's. I think it's out. Yeah. How are the Ravens? How are the Guardians doing at least? Three to two Guardians, bottom 7, 2 down. Oh no, bases loaded. Wow. See, I didn't expect anything in this game. Kevin Stefanski is about to start 0-2 for the first time in his as Browns head coach. This is probably the most inept offense he's had. Last year was inept, but they just couldn't put it together. This is a straight up inept offense. They can barely move the damn ball. I'm not even tripping. Move this team to Boise. No, they ain't going to do that. What they need to do is get their asses out of that garbage ass stadium by the lake and get their butts over to that new stadium as soon as possible. Just be like the Rams and play at the Horseshoe for a couple years until your new stadium is built. Just get out of the dump by the lake. That stadium has like negative aura. I guarantee this. I'm not going to guarantee. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Watch. They get out of that dump ass stadium. Watch them start doing well. I'm telling you, that stadium has negative aura at like there's like a dark cloud the size of the Jupiter storm. You know, the storm on Jupiter, the red eye or whatever like they call that thing. Last place, here we go. Yeah, pretty much. I think we'll win a couple games. When I said 10-7 in my prediction, that's if everything went right. That was based off of what we saw last time Flacco was here. Which obviously that's 2 years ago. You know, Flacco obviously got older and yeah, not as good. 34-10. Play at Ohio State Stadium. They'd probably start winning. But either that or they'd ruin the freaking Ohio State aura. Speaking of Ohio State, they're off this upcoming week, so we don't have them to help us out. Oh, Bo Naylor homer. I didn't even notice that. Wow. So the Ravens are going to kick it away here. There's the return. Ford gets it to the 25. That's it. But like I said, you know, I mean, we're going to probably have at least one top 5 pick. I kind of want to see the rookies at some point, though, because I want to know what we have in them. You know? I want to know what we got in the rooks. Shotgun for Flacco. Back to pass. Throws. It's caught. Wow. Okay, here's a handoff. And then my thing freezes. Falls backwards for the first down. Got more aura than Brown Stadium. In terms of positive aura, oh, that place is oozing positive aura. But I don't really want the Browns to ruin it. Here's a pass to Judy. Runs along the first down marker. Tries to, I guess, race him to the corner, and he just couldn't get there. 7:14 to go here in the game. Yeah, I mean, part of me wants one of these rookies to work out so we can go out and get some other good spots with our top 5 picks. And here's Ford, loss of a yard. Too much Jerome Ford. Way too much Jerome Ford. way too much Jerome. Not enough Dylan. Which is puzzling because last week, Dylan was a key factor. Not this time. Snap, back to pass. Flacco rolls to his right. Throws at the ground. Sure, stadium in Avon has more aura. Oh my God. Any high school stadium in Cleveland has more aura than the Brown Stadium. The local dump has more aura. Has better aura, I should say. It's not more, it's better. Shotgun, back to pass. And we have whistles and a flag. Delay of game. Sampson in the backfield with Flacco. Shotgun, back to pass. Steps up, throws, and it's deflected. Trying to go to Judy, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Right? Yeah. Inside the Browns territory. Henry gets a few yards. Yeah, I'm not even tripping. You guys are probably like, why aren't you flipping out? Because I kind of expected something like this. I mean, I thought, okay, defense can hold them down. Because we're talking about a Ravens team that just came off scoring 40 points. And the fact that we held them down to 13 or whatever early on, pretty impressive. But the offense just not being able to do anything, that takes a toll. Oof. And it's Mitchell again. They are bullying on Cam Mitchell, dude. Yeah, Mitchell stinks. Harden isn't great. The only good corner we have is Denzel. And if you're an opposing offensive coordinator, you're not even throwing at 21. You're even throwing there. You're trying to match your best receivers up against these bum ass corners that we have. Because MJ's out. He's out for the year. Greg, he's all right. I mean, the only thing I have against him is his freaking dancing. If he wants to be, he can be pretty good, actually. It's just he dances a little too much for my taste. I don't even know. Is Denzel even out there? I haven't seen him. See what I mean? I don't think he's out there. Again, we wouldn't know because they're not going to throw his way. Why would you risk throwing it at freaking Denzel Ward, having him intercept it or make a big play on it? He must not be out there. Okay, he must be Yeah, he's out. Okay. Cramping. And Hopkins brings it in for the touchdown. Like I said, just pass it at, go at Mitchell or Harden. $40-10. This is just hilarious. This reminds me of like when you play Madden, right? And you're playing our dude who's never played the game before. And you're just bullying the hell out of him. You're just bullying the hell out of him. The game was fun for about a half. It's like define fun. Not getting your ass whooped, but now we are. Yeah. Yeah. Now the ass whooping has begun. Well, you know, the defense can only hold them back for so long. And when your offense can barely muster first downs, this is what happens. This is what happens. And I'm guessing we're going to see Dylan Gabriel for the final drive or so. No, I swear to God, if Dylan Gabriel leads a good drive, like they move the ball down the field to actually score, why not just roll with him next week? Why not? What's there? I mean, gotta see it at some point. 23 through 30-27 Giants. Wandale Robinson. Ooh. Wow. They might actually beat Dallas. And of course, I picked the Cowboys in my survivor pool. I switched up from the Jags to from the Bengals to the Giants to the Cowboys. Look what happens. Would be better offensive lineman. Yeah, of course. End zone touchback. Yeah. All right. And Dylan Gabriel has entered the game for the Browns. So, yeah, 25 of 45, 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. See what Dylan can do. Hands it off. Here's Judkins. Still going. Q. Now you want to do that. Just breaks off a big ass run. Like, okay. Oh, it's probably against backups, but still. Snap pad. Damn. Shaking off defenders. That's the SEC. That's the Judkins we know from Ohio State. Wow. Already inside the 35. 4 minutes to go. 9 rushes, 61 yards for Quinshawn. Hands it off again. Gets maybe loss of a half a yard. Hesitated a little bit. You can't do that. You can't be dancing around in the backfield. You got to hit and go. You could do that in college. You can't do that here. Unless you're Le'Veon Bell and you're behind like an elite offensive line. Jacksonville up 27-24, 2 minutes to go. San Fran up by 5, 2:36 to go. Gabriel in the gun. Delayed handoff. Here's Jerome Ford. Gets inside the 30. Bottom 8. Guards up 3-2. Can Ken Carmen become the coach for the Browns? God. Radio personalities as coaches? I don't know if that'll work. No, I don't think he will. If I'm Miles, I'm saying, hey, how about start Dylan next week? Why not? We have no expectations. Why not start him? See what he can do. Throws? Caught. First down. Jamari Dash. .240 to go and counting. I would seriously consider starting Dylan next week, though. Why not? You're going to have to see him at some point. Maybe not next week, but soon. You have to start him soon. You can't just waste a year. You got to see what you got in the rookie, so you know if you have to draft one or not. Hands it off to Ford. Breaks some tackles inside the 15. Very well just extend them out of spite like this here. Well, okay. All right, so yeah, the recap video will be coming out immediately after this game is over with. And then is this the last game of the White Sox series too? Because I'll probably do that later on tonight. I think this is. Yeah. I'm not even tripping. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not tripping. It's what happens when you have really no expectations going into a season. Oh, the Bengals have the ball at the Jags 10-yard line. 1:20 to go. Ooh-wee. Dallas is at the 40 at their own 47 with 2 minutes left. New Orleans is at their own 26 with 2 minutes left. Bills took out the Jets. No surprise there. Dolphins have it at the Patriot 36 with a minute to go. See if Dylan Gabriel can at least, add stat pad. But they're going to start Joe Flacco next week, which I'm not mad about. So inside the just inside the 15, Gabriel in the gun. Back to pass. Dumps it off. Here's Isaiah Bond. First down. Isn't it sad how the offense actually looks like it's moving the ball better with Dylan Gabriel? Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why. Turn for Gabriel. Snap. Whistles. But touchdown. Sampson. Oh, they must be watching a different game out there in the other room. Oh, Dylan Gabriel. First NFL touchdown from Dylan Gabriel. That counts in the NFL. Dylan to Sampson. Dylan to Dylan. Beautiful throw, too. Beautiful throw. 2 on, 2 out in the bottom of the 8th. Nice. Step pet. I guess I've been good. Nice little rookie to rookie action to get your first points. All right, I got a tweet about this. I'm leaving yours. I'm leaving you with something. Uh, yep. Stat pad. No, I'm leaving here with something. Top of the ninth. I'm leaving here with something. Leaving here with something. Leaving here with something. Yes, I am. Ha! Giants. Wow. Cowboys have it inside the Giants' 10-yard line. First and goal. Kicks away. Here's the return. Now, see if they would have done that kind of stuff earlier, we might have still been in this game. That's cool, though. I mean, maybe for the Dylans, the Rooks. But again, 14 points off turnovers. They had that blocked punt, which led to a touchdown, and then the interception, which led to a touchdown. DBs besides Denzel are food. Yeah. Greg isn't even bad. Just needs to chill out with the dancing. That's all. uh, that's funny. That's a look, to talk about. Dylan Gabriel, first NFL touchdown to Dylan Sampson. I'm leaving here with something. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this one, I think. Let's see what's going on around here. All right. That game's pretty much over. Let's do a little around the league action here, shall we? Oh, the Dallas Cowboys just took the lead. That's tough. Let's watch the ending of that game. Jags trailing at the 3-yard line. I mean, no, Jags up at their own 3-yard line. Nope. Eagles have it in the Jags 3-yard line. My God, I can't speak today. Okay, where's the game? You know what? Nah, screw that. I'm going to turn this off because I don't need that on anymore. Yep. The CBS ticker is kind of busted up, so. Yep. Overall, I mean, Joe Flacco looked like an old man. Dylan Gabriel, he's going to be knocking at the door sooner than we expect. Oh, wow, they took the lead, huh? Wow. Okay. Bengals took the lead. That's crazy. Wow. All right. So that game got out of hand real quick. So they win 41-17. Giants have it at the Dallas 48. So I'll go over the stats and everything in my recap video. You know how I do it. Yeah. Rams won today 33-19. That Giants game looks mighty fantastic though. 3-2. One out against Montgomery. All right. Okay. Struck him. Let's go. 2 down. Okay. Seattle won. That's good. Yep. Oh, the Giants took the lead. Wow. Malik Neighbors, 25 seconds to go. Ooh. Zam. Wow. Going for the extra point. Up and got it. Malik Neighbors, man. And the corner had his hand in the face like this on Neighbors, and he still made the catch. Dude, Bad Dog and Entertainer are probably about ready to blow. They're about to bust. Ah. They're like Donald Trump. I'm going to come. Hey, yo. Here's the Jaguars. What the heck are they doing? Oh, there's a flag down. Won't even matter anyway. We. Wow, Cincinnati wins. All right. That's pretty much it for the early games. See if the Guardians can hold off the White Sox here. Oh, they got him out. Wow. A 23-19. Handled. White Sox. Okay. Wow. Ah, my freaking camera froze again. Oh my god, I hate this stupid thing. Oh my god, I hate this thing. Oh my god, I hate this stupid thing. Wait, how did the game even end? Oh, ground out. Rocchio to first base. Oh, nice. Lit. Hey, yo, that's lit, man. Hey, yo. My camera freaking died on me again. Camera freaking died on me again. My camera freaking died on me again. Wow. All right, I think that's my cue for me to end this stream, guys. So, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you all maybe this week for some Guardians baseball. We'll see. But I will be live later tonight, right around like a little bit before Sunday night kickoff, Sunday night football, for my recap of the Guardians series, because I believe they just swept the White Sox. Something that they haven't really been able to do over the years. There's like it's so funny. Like we've never really been able to sweep these guys except now. But we just need Seattle or Texas and them to freaking lose, which seems impossible these days. But have fun. Once again, the Guardians are saving my Sundays. Thank God for the guards, right? Thank God for the Guardians. Ugh. All right. So Cowboys have it. 1st and 10, right around the 50. 8 seconds to go. Aubrey ready to kick in case if he's needed. Cowboys still have 2 timeouts left. Giants have 0. All right, so we're just waiting for this game to end here. I'm going to see what happens here. So they're right inside the 50. You might want to go for like a quick hitch play, like a quick play to get some extra yards, get a little bit closer, and set up for the game tying kick. Okay, timeout. All right, well they're officially, I think, in Aubrey range. Aubrey can boot that thing. Aubrey can boot that thing. Brian Rocchio made a game-saving play. I cannot believe it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. But yeah, guys, I'm just gonna. My camera freaking quit on me. This is gonna be. How long is this kick gonna be? 64-yarder? Is that right? I can't see because it's all blurry on here. Just inside the 50. Again, there's no wind because it's in the dome. Kick. Where is it? There it is. Oh my God, he made it. Oh my God, he that thing. He can boot that thing. No. Oh, that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. I'm gonna head out and Cowboys and Giants going to overtime. So I'll wrap this up and I'll get my recap video, get that baby going. And I will see you all later on tonight for my recap video. That was close. But yeah, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.